Welcome to the Toy Rewind Podcast with your hosts, the Brothers Newland. Now, let's talk toys.
And hello, everybody. Happy McMikey is back.
Happy McMikey.
I was hoping he forgot about that.
Yeah. John here.
And McGandy. No, we're not doing that. And it's Andrew.
Andy.
Welcome to the Toy Rewind Podcast. Just a little place for the three of us like to get together and talk about toy lines from our childhood and give you a history lesson about how those ended up in our household. How these toys ended up in our household is very simple. You went to McDonald's, you bought a Happy Meal, you took the toy home. That's what happened. This time, so we're back talking about McDonald's, and we are rewinding back to the early 1990s, 1990 to 1994 to be specific. And we're going to look at those toys and see what they were, what we were all craving to get, because this is like, to me, this is the highlight of the Happy Meal toys. There's so much good stuff that happened in this 5-year span. So I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to see what Michael's got stuff to show us. We're going to talk about them. It's going to be a lot of McDonald's fun, happy. I wish I had a Happy Meal now. I'm actually kind of hungry. So this is going to not help any. But before we can do that, John, why don't you do your thing?
All righty. So check us out over on our websites over at toyrewindpodcast.com. You can also look us up at crossthestreamsmedia.com. While you're there, leave us a voicemail. You can email us at toyrewindpodcast@gmail.com. Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch is all Toy Rewind Pod. Facebook and YouTube is Toy Rewind Podcast. And then hopefully soon we'll get back into doing some toy box showcases and stuff on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And then also, if you want to play along, play a little bingo game while you're listening to us to see if you can get a bingo, go to podcastbingo.com/Toy Rewind.
You say that every week that hopefully we'll get back to getting to those toy box showcases.
We just haven't had time.
I hope that we do. I would like to just go follow our socials. If you follow those, you're going to see when we're going to do those lives.
Yeah.
Because that's where they get posted. We try to give you somewhat of an idea, but that's where they get posted when we do them. So
I've got something that we've talked about that I'm going to get started here pretty soon.
Cool.
Probably in the next couple of days, I'll have some videos to start posting out. So
cool.
By the week. So
sweet. I know Michael's been doing a lot of his car inventory stuff, so I know he's been busy. Got to get those 37 million cars inventoried so he knows which ones not to buy when he goes to the swap meets.
Right.
So, how's it going, guys? Good? Everything good? It's like midsummer.
Been good.
It's hot. It's like ridiculously hot.
Taking some time off work.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, with this episode, this is a very interesting episode. So this falls for me right in the middle of Stanley Cup playoffs, but we're recording it the day before Stanley Cup playoffs start. So I want to say that the Avalanche are doing great. So excited about it, and I'm happy, but I don't know. So I'm going to say that and just knowing that it's going to be that way. But yeah, it's like midsummer and it's hot. So I got to think about hockey because hockey's cold. So.
Oh, yes, it's very hot. We were out at Mom and Dad's this morning, and it was getting hot out there, and we were out there early.
It was like 102 yesterday.
Yeah.
Something like that. It was hot.
It's hot. I just want to stay inside all the time now. So, all right. Well, with that, let's get into these. We got a lot to talk about. 5 full years of toys, so we got a lot to talk about.
Yep.
You ready?
All right, let's go.
All right, let's rewind and get into it.
All right. So this is our third episode of Happy Meal Toys. If you want to listen to some of the other stuff, you go back to episode 21 for 1979 to 84, and then episode 53 covers 1985 to 89, and this is where we left off from there. So just brief little history thing real quick, just to recap. The Happy Meal came about as an item to offer a cool dining experience for kids instead of having to pick from their parents' menu. The brains behind this idea came up with a box similar to a lunch pail, and had illustrators, like children's illustrators, come in and fill in the sides of the box with colorful ideas, jokes, comics, games, anything else that would appeal to kids. Inside the box would be a small hamburger, small fry, a packet of cookies, and a surprise gift. So the Happy Meal made its debut in the Kansas City market in October 1977, and then nationally in 1979. If you want, like I said, if you want to catch up on what all came in the Happy Meals in the 80s, go back to listen to episode 21 and 23, and we can catch you up there. And in today's episode, we will cover 1990 to 1994. So, all right. So, if you guys, Andrew, I know you're gonna post up our notes here on the screen. So, if you're watching on YouTube, you can actually see what we're talking about, a little visual as well. So in December 22nd, 1989, right around Christmas, to January 18th, 1990, Happy Meal put out the Funny Fry Friends. So these are the fry guys that are kind of dressed up. There's 8 different ones. So that was the first one coming into 1990.
I love these fry guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fry guys are fun. I mean, there's a sea captain. He's got a parrot on his head. There's one. She's got roller skates, listening to headphones, a little Walkman. There's a baby. There's a safari one, a basketball player, a clown, and then a sleepy one. He's got his nightcap and slippers on, and he's got a little teddy bear with him.
And there's one at the top too. Scroll up just a little bit.
Yeah, there's like one that's got
another funny face up there.
Funny face with a polka dot bow tie and fancy shoes. He's got 2 different shoes on. Really.
I like the safari guy because, I mean, he's got those binoculars that you would normally have to hold with your hands, but they're attached to his hat. Which makes sense.
Got his feet wrapped up with a snake.
Yeah, a snake wrapped around him. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
And the pirate one, that was cool. I like those. Yeah. Those 2 are my favorite, I think.
All right, so moving on along. So you got from January 26th to February 22nd, 1990, they put out the Berenstain Bears books. There was 4 different books. There were just different things on the Happy Meal boxes themselves. So they got different things going on, just stories. Nothing, like I said, it's just a book. Nothing else really on that.
Any chance we can get close-ups of these books to see if it says Bernstein or Bernstein?
No, this one's kind of fuzzy.
All right. Well, I mean, if you're one of those believers in the Mandela effect, is it Bernstein or is it Bernstein?
No, I always thought it was Bernstein till we started doing this.
And I realized it's Bernstein.
Last episode, and I realized it was Bernstein. I
thought
sure
other people I would
hear it differently, and well, that's not the right way. And then now I'm looking at it, it was the right way. So
I'm still 100% sure that this is the Bernstein Bears, and we're on a different timeline. That's just what happened.
Okay, maybe so. All right, so from March 30th to April 26th in 1990, there were Peanuts. Not actually Peanuts you eat, but Peanuts, the cartoon characters. So you had Linus and Lucy, Charlie Brown, and Snoopy, and they all have little gardening tools. So Linus has a little dolly, has some kind of...
It looks like it's a bottom of a bird bath.
Yeah, a bird bath with a squirrel next to it.
That makes sense. I was like trying to figure out what that was too.
Yeah, and then Lucy's wheelbarrow. She's got tomatoes, a basket of tomatoes. Charlie Brown has a old fashioned type uh, lawnmower thing that you push, a little push thing with
Is
blades
that a
on it.
lawnmower or a tiller?
Kind of, maybe a tiller. Yeah, maybe it's a tiller.
I
He's
was
got
about
a
to say-
seed bag, so maybe it's he's tilling things up. He's got a bag
I'm
around
gonna
it.
say just with the way the blades go on it.
Yeah, I was looking
Yeah.
at that going the other direction. So yeah, so maybe he's tilling. And then Snoopy has a bigger wheelbarrow with a bale of hay that has Woodstock sitting on it, and there's a pig.
There's a pig
snout
in it.
sticking
Yeah.
Pig
out
in the
the
hay.
side of it there. But
Good bright colors. Like the
yeah,
colors.
bright colors. All right, so the next one we have Camp McDonaldland. It came out from April 27th to May 24th, 1990. So John, you went on your birthday, you would have got this.
Right.
The last day of this. So there's a
got
canteen.
So you would have gotten the
Probably
canteen.
Probably the fork, knife, and spoon.
Oh, yeah, that's
Fork,
true.
knife,
yeah.
and spoon. Yeah, you had the utensils. There's a camper mess kit, canteen,
A cup.
and
A foldable
there's a
cup.
cup. Yeah, a
The foldable
foldable
cup,
cup
yeah.
that pops up, and I don't see how you can keep it from leaking, but I guess it did. But it's just little camping stuff that you take with you.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting the cup or the mess kit on your
Wow.
birthday, John.
Yeah, I know.
Those are the cool ones.
All right, so we've got so from June 1st to June 28th, 1990, they released beach toys. So you had a little beach ball. They all kind of float. So you had a beach ball. You had a little what was that, pontoon with a sail on it, kind of like a sailboat type thing.
One of those wind sail deals. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got the Fry Guys on it. The beach ball has Grimace sitting on top of
On
a
a dolphin? A green
Yeah, or-
dolphin.
or porpoise. Maybe it's a porpoise.
It's a
Then you have like a submarine with Birdie on it, and then I think it's supposed to be like a frisbee type.
A frisbee.
thing.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking because
Yeah,
it does have
inflatable
Ronald.
frisbee.
It's got
Yeah,
Ronald
he's-
with a like a
Little
kite.
hang
Hang
glider.
glider. Hang glider.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
what
name.
he's riding on. So, yeah, that one's pretty cool. Next on the list, so from July 6th to August
yeah.
20th, July 6th to August 2nd, 1990, Walt Disney Classic The Jungle Book had some toys. I remember we had some of these.
Oh, we had some of these. I
Little
think I had,
wind-up toys.
there's a chance we had all of these.
I think we
Yeah.
had all four of them. So you have Baloo, was it King Louie,
Shere Khan,
Shere Khan, and then I can't remember
Kaa.
the
Caw.
Caw. Yeah, Caw's
Kaa
the
the snake.
the snake. So you just wound them up, and they had little wheels on them, and they kind of went around in circles.
I think Baloo. Yeah,
King
Baloo.
Louie,
King
his
Louie
arms,
spun on his arm.
yeah, his arms spun around. Yeah,
Baloo
that
spun
was.
around on his butt. And then I think Shere Khan and Kaa kind of did the same thing where their heads would move up and
I
down,
think their
and they
heads
would go.
bob up and down.
Didn't they have wheels that they would go forward?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
just
they
a
would
little
move
bit, not
forward
very
while
forward.
I think their heads would pop up
Yeah.
and down. Yeah. So, but those were some that I do remember having. So August 3rd to August 30th, 90, there was Super Mario Brothers 3 toys. And
Oh yeah,
Yep.
so
definitely had all.
we had
had
some of
these.
these. There's the Koopa Paratroopa. He hops.
I know we had him for sure.
Oh my gosh,
It's
we
got
had
a
so
little-
many of that one.
It's got a
The
little
suction cup.
Oh no,
little
the
thing that well, the paratrooper, the Koopa Paratrooper, it had a little thing that had a little balloon at the end of it, and you would press it, and it would blow
Yeah.
air in him, and he would pop up and down with the air pressure.
Yeah. So the paratrooper. Yeah.
Yeah. The Koopa Troopa or the Goomba, sorry, the
The
little
Goomba
Goomba,
Goomba's
he
one
actually
I know we had
flips.
several of.
So
Yeah,
you
he
could
had.
press him down, and then he would pop up and flip because he had a little suction cup, and once it let go, it would flip him over. They would
Yeah.
back flip. Luigi had a little. He zooms around in circles, and then Super Mario, he's got a suction cup thing that when you push him down he's on a spring, so you push him down, and eventually that suction cup would let go, and he would just spring right up in the air. Yeah.
I feel like we had 150 of the Marios and the Goombas,
Yeah, we didn't
and
have much of the other two.
a couple of the others.
I don't even remember the Paratrooper, the Koopa Paratrooper. I don't remember that one, but maybe a Luigi. But I do know the Goomba and Mario we had.
Yeah, we had a lot of those. We had a lot of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
And shout out to Mom and Dad for taking us to McDonald's so much. And
We had
Manny.
McDonald's. Had McDonald's quite a bit. All right, so we're already into Halloween.
Halloween.
So from October 5th to October 25th, you've got Pales, little Halloween Pales. The Pales, these were a little bit different than what we had, in the 80s. They kind of had a little makeover. The McWitch got a new face on it. The McGhost glowed in the dark, and it kind of made up for the average design, is what the note said. So
I like the Ghost. This is one of my favorites.
yeah, I kind of like the Ghost too. I'm not big on the McWitch, but the Ghost and the McPumpkin are probably my two favorite Pales out of the three.
I like the Ghost. The Ghost is the best.
Yeah. Let's see what's next. Then you have, here's one of my favorite Disney cartoons, Tailspin. So this came out November 2nd and November 29th. There's Baloo. What's his name? Kip. I can't remember the boy. The
Kit.
guys.
Kit.
Louis.
Kit Cloud Kicker.
Kit. Yeah, Kit. And then Louis. And then mine loses on.
I forgot what her name is.
The girl's name. I can't remember. And then they had some of these have under 3-year-old toys. There was a Wildcat that was
Molly.
was under 3 toy. Is it
Molly Cunningham.
Okay.
And so this is where we see what could possibly be, the first one of this year of a duplicate, because Baloo is pretty much the exact same as Baloo from Jungle Book, except now he has a hat and a
He has
shirt.
a hat and a shirt, and he's colored. Yeah, he's colored.
And his
yeah,
color's a little different.
a little different.
But besides that, he is the same thing.
Yeah. And Louis, I think, does the same thing. His arms turn on him too. So.
But he's got a different mold, because I think both of his arms are together on this one, whereas I think the other one it was a little different.
Yeah, he's got his arms are offset on the other one, but I think when you put it together, that arm will move differently. But
yeah, so but Baloo is like the exact same mold, pretty much.
Yeah.
All the way to the foot being up on this. Yeah, so
yeah. So all right, and you start seeing about this time. You start seeing even more promotional pieces for movies and stuff like that, other than what they had in the 80s. So we're going to see a lot, especially Disney stuff throughout this, and Mattel.
Oh, so those Tailspin ones, we had a lot of those too.
Yeah, we
I
did.
can say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of those, and the Rescuers Down Under. So this is when we really heavily get into Disney.
Yeah, and it's promoting a new cartoon or whatever is out at the time it's coming out. So this is the Rescuers Down Under. These were distributed between November 30th and December 27th of 90. Really, all they are they look like little hand cameras, video cameras, and you just look in and there's like a scene or something starring that character that's on there. So you got Wilbur, who is the seagull or albatross. Is it albatross?
He's an albatross.
And you have Jake, and then you have Cody, which is the little boy, and then you have Bernard and Bianca which are the mice. So
yeah, this is one I don't think we had many of because they were kind of boring.
Yeah, because all you do is just look at. You can't really play. You just look in there and you see a scene from the movie that had that character in it. So it wasn't nothing.
So
big.
that's Wilbur. That's Wilbur the albatross from his brothers in the first one. This second movie.
So that is 1990. Let me get.
1990 is a pretty good year.
Yeah, it was a pretty good year starting out. Let's see.
So out of the ones in 90, I remember having at least a couple of those Rescue Down Unders cameras. I remember having the Tailspin ones, the Jungle Book. Obviously, we had the Halloween Pails, the beach ones. I don't know. Maybe, probably. We probably.
I'm
had
sure
some.
we had some of those, and we
I
probably
think
blew them
we
up
had-
to see how much they would take before they exploded.
Yeah, but like all the other ones, we absolutely know we had those. So 90 is first year that I can definitely say that we probably went to McDonald's
Mhm.
all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Yeah, I think that was one of the questions, though, is where do y'all want to go eat? Oh, we know we need this toy, so this is where we want to go. And then the other times it was somewhere else because they didn't have the toys we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we have the toys that we wanted, that's what we want.
All right. So let's look at 1991. So again, we got some good stuff here. I remember these guys here. This is the Tiny Toon Adventures flip cars.
Yep.
So as you're looking, there's
You know, can you name them?
You got four different ones, and there's two characters for each one, and you kind of they're two different kind of vehicles. You flip it upside down, and another character pops up from the underside, and it's a whole different character. So, so you have Babs.
He's got the list.
Yeah, Babs Bunny.
Oh, I didn't realize it was
Plucky
there.
Duck. Yeah, Plucky Duck. Then you have Elmira and Buster Bunny, and then there was a car that had Montana Max and Go Go Dodo.
Yep.
And then you have Hampton and Dizzy Devil on one, and that's all. Then there was two others that were under 3 toys. You had Plucky Duck, and then you had a Go Go Dodo, and we actually see those two later in another line. So we'll show those off.
So those will kind of come back.
But they have under 3 toys for no, because some of these are yeah, I got some pieces and stuff for not suitable for kids under 3 because they'll swallow something or something like that. Safety reasons. So
I loved this line. I had a lot of these.
Mhm.
This is one of
Yeah,
those
we
TV shows that, you know, you get home from school, you got to watch Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yep.
I watched it quite a bit too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So next we have Alvin and Chipmunks. This came out from March 8th to April 12th. Sometime in that time, I don't really know. Now a couple of these, a lot of these during the 80s, they were regional as well. We'll see all the way through this 91 year. There's still some regional stuff going on, but once you get into 92, it's all national stuff. There's not as much regional. There's not any regional stuff really going on. So this one was region. This is a Texas region. So we could have saw these. I don't remember them, but we may have had these. So this is Alvin and Chipmunks. You got Alvin and
Simon.
Simon. They actually got 2 Alvins. You got one with a jukebox and one with the guitar, and then you have Simon with a video with a movie thing, making a video, I guess, video projector,
Camcorder.
and then camcorder. Maybe that's what
I think that is a like movie projector.
It
camera.
looks like a movie one. Yeah, movie.
Like that's
camera.
like a movie. You got to think about what year this was, John.
Right.
I mean,
And then you
plus he's a chipmunk.
Yeah. And you got Theodore. Sorry, Theodore. He's got like a was it DJ thing going on
He's
right
got
there.
a spin table.
Spin table. Yeah, spin table. That's what it is. And then you have the girl. I don't know who this girl is within this group. I know
It's
later
probably-
on.
It's probably one of the female ones that they come up with.
Yeah, but what is her name?
I don't know if this one has it because this is a different group of Alvin and Chipmunks than what we saw in the cartoon with the 3 girls.
Right.
So
I don't think that's Brittany, Jeanette, or Eleanor.
no, this is one. This is just somebody else that threw in there. She's got a jukebox with her too. So, let's see what's next. So you've got Muppet Babies, which we see a few times. So this is March 8th to April 12th. This is also regional. This one was kind of out in it doesn't say what region it is. It just says regional. So you've got Kermit with this little racer, was it a downhill racer, soapbox derby racer, whatever it is. Miss Piggy's on a big wheel. You've got Fozzie and a little, looks like a little
A wagon.
wagon.
No, it's like a basket. It's like a basket
it's like
wagon.
a basket wagon type thing, yeah. And then you have Gonzo's and an airplane. So, and
Okay, so just out of curiosity for the two of you, every time we talk about one of these shows for these toys, does that theme song get stuck in your head?
Hey.
yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, that was Brittany.
Was it Brittany?
Was it Brittany?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says Brittany
All
with
right.
jukebox. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So this is here's another regional one. This is called Gravedale High. I don't remember this. It must have been a cartoon out at the time with Rick Moranis. So this was actually regional in Nashville, Tennessee area. You had it's kind of like a horror type cartoon, I bet, because you have Franken Tyke. You have Sid, the Invisible Kid, Vinny Stroker, and Cleopatra. That's what it says.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So was that
Definitely
around
was
Halloween? What day?
No, this is
in
just
April. Yeah. Okay.
March and April, yeah. But like I said, this was just in the Nashville area. I didn't see this anywhere else, released anytime anywhere else. So it must have been just that area. I don't know.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this and you know anything about the Gravedale High Happy Meal toys, let us know. Because this
I'm assuming it's like a cartoon because it's got Rick Moranis as a voice, I guess, in it. So we'll have to look that up and see. So
let's see.
That's something interesting there.
Ricky Lake played Cleopatra.
Oh wow. Okay.
Interesting.
So it was a cartoon then, huh?
It was one season.
All right. So from March 14th, April 11th, this is another had a couple of releases that were regional. This is the Mighty Mini 4x4s. So you have a truck, a little Volkswagen Bug. Looks like a 57 Thunderbird or something like that. And then some kind of van. And they're four-wheel drive. And they have a little wind-up things that you just wind it up and it takes off. So nothing fancy about these. Just kind of little 4x4 things. These were kind of regional: California, Washington, Pennsylvania, and parts of New England. They also came out in February to March in '92 in several other areas, and also in '92 in Chicago and Minneapolis. So these were just kind of put out there in certain areas just to fill in holes and gaps between other things in certain regions. So other promotions. And then here's another regional one for that same time, March 14th, April 11th. You had the Pittsburgh Pigs. This is something I've never heard of either. So this one came out in Florida, Colorado, and Ohio. So you have, looks like three little pigs and a big bad wolf is what it looks like.
Yep.
So there's one has Portly and Pighead on a cycle with sidecar. Piggy and Quackers on a crate racer. And you have Rembrandt and a barnyard hot rod, and then Huff and Puff on catapult. So Huff and Puff's the big bad wolf. These would fit in with the barnyard commandos, wouldn't it? Kind of, sort of.
Kind of.
All right, and this is another regional one. Doesn't give me where it was at, just as regional. So McDonaldland Circus Parade from March 14th to April 11th of 91. So you had a little theme, circus theme characters. You had Birdie doing a little horseback trick riding. You have an elephant with some kind of blue guy. I don't even know who this blue guy is, sitting on the back of the elephant. And then
is that not a Fry Guy?
It's a Fry Guy. I think there's
Is it?
It's just
Okay.
the way
Looks like he's got ears on his head. That's why it's throwing me off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because he's got a red nose too, so it's like a clown. And then you have Ronald in a little a little car, and you have Grimace riding a little car that's like a organ type collida. What is it called? A
Kaleidoscope?
Not a kaleidoscope, but it's whatever that musical instrument is that they play in the. Yeah. So, and he's got like a little cap. Look at a Shriner's cap on Grimace.
Or we're through April now.
Yeah, this is still in
But
April.
these are still regional. So
Yeah,
I
this
will
is
have
kind
to
of
say,
regional stuff. Yeah.
I'm disappointed in 91 so far.
Yeah.
Oh, here
They
we go.
started out
There you go.
good. Okay, so April to May, I think we're kind of. I think that was pretty much the last of the regional stuff. So, so from April 12th to May 16th, you have Nature's Helpers. This is kind of a Lottie Doll type promotion. You have a lot of planting stuff. There's a little bird feeder that's stuck to the window. You had a little shovel looking thing that you can dig, and you have a little plastic rake thing, a watering can, and then you have like a little gardening
Greenhouse.
Greenhouse globe.
Yeah, greenhouse thing to you can plant some. They all come with seeds, so or the other three come with seeds.
We had at least 450 of those yellow rakes.
Right.
And I know we had quite a few of those globes, those greenhouse globes.
Yeah.
I do remember one or two of the globes. Yeah.
Yeah. We had more than we probably needed to have.
I don't remember having the bird feeder though.
I don't remember
That'd
the
be
bird
cool.
feeder.
No.
The
Maybe
others,
watering can.
I definitely do, but the bird feeder, like I don't remember that one at all.
Yeah. But here's another cool one. Actually, we're getting back into cool stuff. So this is McDino changeables. So we talked about the changeables in our 80s, in both our 80s, I think. We come up with both of them, different releases. So this is kind of the changeables, but these turn into dinosaurs. So this came out from May 24th to June 20th of 91. So you had the Quarter Pounder with Cheeseosaur. You had the Happy Mealodon, McNuggetsosaurus, Hot Cakesodactyl, Big Macosaurus Rex, Triceratops, McDinocone, and Triceratops. And then the under three version was a small Triceratops, small Triceratops. So, but yeah, these are just the same things you had. They just turn in from your hamburger to a dinosaur. So, but these are some more cool changeables that McDonald's had.
I love these. The McChainables are freaking amazing.
Yeah, they're cool. All right, so July 5th to August 1st, we had the Walt Disney Classics 101 Dalmatians. So you had 4 toys in this. So you had, what's that Dalmatian dad name? Pogo. Then you had one of the pups. He's holding a little bone.
Pongo?
Pogo.
It's Pongo, not Pogo.
Pongo.
It makes more sense.
Pongo.
Makes a lot more sense.
I don't know the name of the other dog and the little cat. It's been so long since I've seen these movies. I have to go back and watch them.
Right.
Because my memory on these names are awful. And then you have Cruella, and she's wearing a big yellow coat, but she has a puppy in the pocket. So, but that's your 4 toys there on the 101 Dalmatians. All right, here's one, and I actually was going to have one of these sitting out, and I forgot to get it out. It's sitting over here somewhere. So you had Barbie and Hot Wheels come out. So Mattel started getting into, they did the Hot Wheels thing, a couple of releases in the 80s, and they were they were the same as some of the carded cars. So this one is actually the first time where they were actually Happy Meal exclusive type cars. So, and then you had Barbies for the girls too. So they wanted to put girl stuff in there too, so everybody can get what they want. So you had 8 cars, Hot Wheels, and you had 8 Barbies. So this came out between August 2nd to August 29th of 91. So real quick on the names, you had All American Barbie, Costume Ball Barbie, Lights and Lace Barbie, Happy Birthday Barbie, Hawaiian Fun Barbie, Wedding Day Midge, and then you had Ice Capades Barbie and My First Barbie. Then the Hot Wheels, you had a 57
Wait.
Chevy.
Does my
60
first Barbie come with a oven? It's easy bake oven. You put her
An
in.
Easy Bake Oven? I don't know.
Michael's gonna get the joke.
Yeah.
No,
Mom's little escapade with her first Barbie
I got it.
and her brothers.
All right, so now you have the Hot Wheels. Like I said, there's a 57 Chevy, 63 Corvette, 57 T-Bird, Camaro Z28, another 57 Chevy, or no, this is a 55 Chevy. No, it's two different 55s. There's a white and yellow one.
I was gonna say the first one says 55 too, and there's a 57 T-Bird only.
Yeah, the T-Bird's where I saw the 57. Then you had 63 Corvette in black, 57 T-Bird in red, Camaro Z28 in orange, and then there was an under 3 as well, which was a wrench hammer, and I have no idea what that looks like because I don't know what that looks like. To tell you,
It was a wrench on one side and a hammer on the other end.
I guess so. I do have. I'm looking right now what I did with my
I was looking to see.
card. Right here. Okay, so I do have, and maybe we do a showcase or something on this toy box showcase. I do have one of the T-Birds still in package right here with the little card and everything that goes with it. So we may open this up. Okay.
Cool.
I have the blue one too. A couple of these actually did come out in the sets, regular sets, but the majority of these are all
John,
Happy Meal exclusives.
Oh, it
You
was a
were
wrench
wrong.
and a hammer.
it's a wrench and a hammer.
Okay, so cool.
Well, I was just going off the description. Wrench hammer.
Nope, it was a wrench and a hammer.
Well, I guess if I would have read that, a yellow wrench and a red hammer, that makes more sense.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, it says right there. Okay, on the notes. All right, so next we're going to McDonald Land Connectables. So this came out between August 30th to September 5th of 91. So you have Grimace in a wagon, Hamburglar in an airplane, Birdie on a tricycle, and Ronald McDonald in a soapbox racer. Now, these, other than the characters that are in them, they look the same thing as what was in the Muppet Babies.
I was about to
Same.
say these look like the same vehicles, the Muppet
It's
Babies.
the same vehicles, just different characters inside on the vehicles.
Okay.
So, and they connect the same way. If you were looking at the Muppet Babies, you could tell, especially on the front of the tricycle, Piggy's tricycle, or Birdie on here on this picture, they all connect to each other, and you kind of pull one, and it pulls all of them together.
All right, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Stop being cheap. Give me new toys.
They're recycling the little vehicles, just different characters in them. All right, so Discover the Rainforest is next from September 6th to October 3rd of 91. Again, these are just 4 fun-packed books. So
Also, I was reading that this interesting fact about McDonald's and how the Happy Meal sales from September 6th to October 3rd of 1991 went way down.
yeah, I don't know. The sticker book was kind of cool, I guess. Now you had 4 books. There was one. I can't remember. Wonders Wild is activity book. Then you had Paint It Wild, which was a paint and reveal book. Then you had Sticker Safari, which was a sticker book, and then Jewel of the Amazon Kingdom, which was an adventure storybook. So, and it's just things about the rainforest. All right, so now we're getting back to Halloween.
Ooh, Halloween bags.
So you have Happy Meal McBoo bags. So October 11th to October 31st. There's a few areas that got pails, but the majority of the national releases were these bags. So they kind of foregone the pails that we are used to seeing.
Yeah, but these are the same pails. Like if you got a pail this year, it was the same pail as 91 or 90.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't- they didn't
those
change.
that you did,
Yeah.
but most of just about everywhere else in the U.S. had these bags. Just got these bags. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a witch and a Frankenstein and a ghost on the 3 bags. So they kind of use the same characters,
I mean,
and they're glow in the dark too. They're glow in the dark, so which is kind of cool. So moving on to November 8th to December 5th of 91, you had Super Looney Tunes. So I know we've seen the Looney Tunes here lately come out with Pop's version that have like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Flash. Well, this is from 1991, and they did the same thing back then. So you had Bugs Bunny as Super Bugs, Tasmanian Devil as Taz Flash, Petunia Pig as Wonder Pig, and Daffy Duck as Bat Duck.
Heard.
We may have had the Daffy Duck one. I think he looks like we've had him, but I don't remember the other 3. So, but these are just little figures. Nothing really stands out on them or anything. They just
They're like the Willow figures. They're just figures.
they're just figures.
They're in action figures.
Yeah, in action figures.
Well, no, read it. Okay. This has got the snap-on costume. So you have your figures, and then you have a snap-on costume.
Oh, these
So
are the snap-on costume ones. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, these look familiar.
I overlooked that a second ago.
Daffy Duck, Snap-on, Batman.
No,
Yeah.
Andrew's fixing to buy it because.
No, I just remember these. Because here, let me. I mean, $11.
On eBay? You looking up
Yeah.
eBay prices in the middle of our chat?
Well, if I get this thing to share.
These are cool if you're a DC comic fan. So I'd like to find the Bugs.
Like this
Bugs
is
Bunny one.
Daffy. So it's like 2 pieces that snap on around him.
Uh-huh.
And he's a Duckman because he's not Batman, he's Duckman.
Yeah.
This one would be a cool one to put behind me. Not $11 cool.
He's Bat Duck.
But
I don't know why there's no bat to it, just his costume.
this is Duckman. But not Duckman, not that Duckman.
No.
Like different Duckman.
All right. So moving on, we are in December 6th. So we're moving into the end of the year. So December 6th, 91 to January 2nd of 92. They had Hook figures. So you had Peter Pan on a raft. He floats or rolls. I guess you can actually float him in the bathtub. He's got wheels so he can roll. Looks like a raft with a sail on it. Then you have a mermaid that winds up and swims. So her little tail flutters up and down when you put her in water and you wind her up. So you have Hook, Captain Hook. He sails the waves. So he's in a little boat with the sail on it.
Dinghy.
A little dinghy, yeah. And then you have Rufio, and he's it's like he's on a little thing with barrels that are tied up together, and he squirts soapy pirates. He's a water squirter. So yeah.
Okay. That looks nothing like Robin Williams.
No, it does not.
Like this is the worst.
None of them look like the.
I'll give Rufio.
Can you?
Well, he's got the bright hair, but you can't see his face. He's got the bright clothes, and his colorful hair, and you figured I'd have more like Lost Boys type stuff going on.
Yeah, but I don't know.
That would be funner than just
Bangarang.
Look, this is
They could
not
have had
Robin Williams. I don't know what this is. But this is not Robin Williams. But here's Rufio. Like I'll give this one. This is not bad. Let's see if I can find a
That's
hook.
not bad.
No, it kind of looks like him. Yeah.
I don't see any hooks on here that are like good angles. But yeah, like this Rufio, I give that one. That was good. But I don't know what's going on here.
But they could have done something else with one of the Lost Boys other than a mermaid, I guess. But I guess the mermaid could be the girls for the girls.
Yeah, I bet that's where they're going with that.
Happy Meal toys for boys and girls. So.
Well, didn't they throw him into the water and he got kissed by the mermaid so he could survive?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but this is a tie-dye mermaid.
Yeah.
You had to bring something in for the girls.
It's a very interesting looking mermaid.
Yeah. All right, so let me get.
Does it look like the Barbie just with the tail?
Kinda.
Yeah, it looks like a Barbie. Yeah. All right, so let me get.
Or is that 91?
Group that was in the 91, so we're going 92. Get my notes up on 92 here.
While you're doing that, let's get a good look at this. This mermaid.
It looks like a Barbie
Yeah.
character that they put some.
They just they fixed this fin on and basically kind of redid the bottom of the mold a little bit to put their legs together
And then
and make it a full on fin.
The fin will flap.
Yeah. Are you lost, Michael?
No, I got it. Let me share this.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a very interesting one.
Okay, so
that's 91.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to 92. Oh, I hit this button. All right, so 1992. From January 3rd to February 2nd, they had Mystery of the Lost Arches. Is the name of this.
Indiana Jones.
I mean,
yeah, it's kind of like it's the Lost Arches on the advertisement looks like Indiana Jones. Ronald's wearing a little hat like Indy, so stuff like that. So you had this list on here. You had a Magic Lens camera. You had a micro cassette magnifier, phone periscope, flashlight telescope, and that was all of it. So, like I said, the phone periscope, it looked like a phone, a little cell phone back then, big bulky thing, and you pull the bottom out and it extends it, and you can look in the back of it, and it like a little periscope type thing. The micro cassette magnifier looks like a little tape recorder thing, and it's got a magnifying glass in it. It's two different things in one is what these things are. So,
I remember having quite a few of those too.
Yeah. Here's one that really wasn't all that fun. You had the McDonald Land Water Games from January 31st to March 5th of 92. This is another regional type thing that they came out. So this was Maryland, Hawaii, Illinois, and Washington State. So they were like little water games. I remember seeing these like at the dentist while you're sitting there waiting to go in. And you press the little button and it blows bubbles and shoots the little stuff up. And you try to catch it in like a little basket or something like that. Yep. So you had Birdie, you had Ronald McDonald, you had Grimace, and you had Hamburglar. Were the four background looking ones. So yeah, so nothing really fun about that.
Another month of low sales.
Yeah. Well,
just for the Hawaii, Washington State, and Illinois.
Yeah, I think 92 was the last year they had the regional stuff. So. So here's another one that's regional. It's January 31st and March 5th from California, northern Florida, northern Georgia, and parts of Alabama. This is Yo Yogi. So you have Yogi Bear and his friends riding on little vehicles. So Yogi's on a wave jumper. Let's see. You had Boo Boo Bear on a skateboard. You had Huckleberry Hound and a race car looking thing, and then you had Cindy Bear in a squad scooter. It's a little scooter.
It's a moped.
She's riding on. Yeah, a little moped thing. Yeah. So those are kind of cool, I guess.
Hey, boo boo.
All right. So here's another regional thing, which we actually saw these because these were Texas. You have Potato Head Kids from January 31st to March 5th. From Oklahoma, Texas, Northern Florida, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Philadelphia. These are, like I said, the Potato Head Kids. You had 8 of them. We saw these guys as well during the 80s, too. So they're just kind of, they may be cleaning out some old stuff. So I know we had a bunch of these Potato Head Kids.
Yeah, we did.
We had a bunch of them. So
because you could switch out their feet and their hats, I think.
yeah, you could.
I think that was it. I remember taking that cowboy hat off quite a few times.
Yeah, we had a lot of those cowboy hats floating around. So, all right, here's something. This is a Kansas City regional area, the Real Ghostbusters, from January 31st to March 5th. You're thinking Real Ghostbusters, but they're not really Ghostbusters. I guess you had a Slimer thing where you honk the horn. These are bicycle toys, is what these are. Bicycle accessories. Oh
yeah, they want
yeah. Okay. So you had a horn that when you squeezed Slimer, it would honk. You had looked like the front end of the Ecto One that would clip to your handlebars and had a little thing on there. It was like a siren. Woo, you know.
Okay.
And then you had another
canteen.
Was it? Yeah, the canteen. But let's see. This thing actually got recalled. The canteen. There's several toys throughout these lines that got recalled for poor quality control problems. What they had on the canteen. But they had also another thing. You hooked on the handlebars. Had a little. Look like a little fan thing. I guess while you're riding, it spins. Looks like it's got Egon sitting on top of it.
Does he spin or does he just? That's what
I
would want to know. If it's spinning, does it make him spin?
I mean, how fast do you have to ride to get that to do that?
I don't know. Probably pretty fast. So
that wasn't the problem with any of us.
Down the big hill. Bike,
we take off.
No,
go down the big hill, you'll be good.
Yeah. Just don't wreck.
All right, so here's another one. You had Young Astronauts from March 6th to April 12th. This one, it's like little puzzle pieces you put together to make these little figures. So this
is one of those that you fell apart before you got out of the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all cardboard pieces, and you bust them loose and you kind of piece them together to make it. So you have your space shuttle with a spacewalker. You had a command module. You had a satellite dish and spacewalker with him. And then you had a lunar rover. So, like I said, it's just like those little things. Now they have little metal puzzle things you put together to make the little flat. I mean, it's all flat. You just kind of stick it all together. So, yeah, that one probably didn't last very long. Didn't last long with us. All right, so now we're back to April 10th to May 7th, 92, Back to the Future toys. So ththese are after the cartoon.
Back to the Future this cartoon. Is cartoon.
Yeah, this is cartoon versions. So, like I said about recalled stuff, there's a DeLorean. It has Doc on it. It actually got recalled. I don't know why it got recalled, but it did. But then you had Marty. He's on a hoverboard. You had Einstein in a traveling train, and then you had Vern in his junk mobile. So, if you don't know about Vern, that's one of Doc's kids. So, he had kids. So it's just made out of all different kind of things on Vern's little vehicle, and all they are, I think they're pullback and go type things. Got the little pullback motor. So then you got next coming up, you got Nature's Watch from May 15th to June 11th, 92.
It's like summertime went to, we're going to give them stuff to be outside with.
Yeah. So you had another bird feeder. You had a watering can that looked like a water hose wrapped up. You had a little greenhouse that came with seeds, and then you had a shovel and rake thing that the handle pops off, and you either put it on the shovel end or the rake end. So nothing fancy. It was during the first 2 weeks of this promotion. They came with Toys R Us coupon book, which would be cool to have. So, all right, Andrew, here's your one from June 12th to June 9th of 92. There was Batman.
I loved these.
Yeah. So this came with a Batman press and go car, the Batmobile. Then you had a Catwoman cat coupe and the Penguin Umbrella Roto Roadster.
I almost got that Batmobile the other day.
Yeah, the Batmobile, when you roll it, then you press a button and the front end pops out, doesn't it? Shoots across.
It shoots across, yeah.
Yeah. And then, like I said, you had the Penguin, Catwoman, and then you had the other, what was it, the Bat.
The press and go and then the Batmobile.
Press and go, yeah. So, yeah, those are all pretty cool pieces there. And then after that, you have Michael Jordan Fitness Fun Challenge from July 10th to August 6th of 92. So this had 8 different toys. You got just sport things with Michael Jordan's logo on it, pretty much. You had a basketball, a softball, a little Nerf-looking football. You had a water bottle, a blow-up, looked like a soccer ball. There is, I guess it's a stopwatch there, and a jump rope and a frisbee. So, and they all had Michael Jordan on the.
That is that logo, man. It's not even the Jordan logo that we know today. That's the Michael Jordan Fitness Fun logo.
Yeah. All right, so August 7th through September 3rd of 92, you had Barbie and Hot Wheels mini streaks. So you had more Barbies. And then you had these Hot Wheel mini streaks, which were actually they didn't have wheels on them. They were flat, and you'd put them on, you'd hook it up to this little I can't remember I don't even know what you call it, but it would have a little airbag, and you'd press the airbag down, and it would shoot the vehicle across the floor, table, whatever you're on.
I don't remember pressing it so much as stomping on it.
Stomping on it.
Stomp on it.
See how far they can go when I hit them hard.
I have a couple, but they're not these here. They're a different year that I have.
And these remind me a lot of F-Zero, the video game.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look more spaceships, and they're not even cars. They're all spaceship-looking things. Yeah, that just fly when you hit the press down on the airbag there. So, and then the Barbies, there's different kind of Barbies and different dresses. There's a sporty one. There's one on a beach. There's a wedding one. There's a ballerina, and then I guess that's a hip hop Barbie there with the gold chain, and I thought that was a boombox next to her, but it's like a little television next to her. I don't know. So, but yeah, that's those. So September 11th, October 7th, they had behind the scenes. Not really too sure what these are. There's these little balance builders, which are little cutout looking people that you kind of balance on top of each other. There's a cartoon wheel where you draw something and you spin it. You can see the little cartoon moving inside there. You know, have you ever seen the wheel with the horse running? That's kind of what that is. You have rub and draw plates where you have a little plate and you would kind of rub, I guess kind of like Indiana Jones does in The Last Crusade. And then you have rainbow viewer and with a code wheel. I don't really know how that works, but that's not too high on my list on Happy Meal toys there.
No.
So not too exciting. All right, so back to Halloween, October 9th to October 29th. The Pales are back. They brought the Pales back in 92.
Pales are back.
The pumpkin pail was redesigned to be closer to McPumpkin than McBoo, so they got a little bit different design on it. The McWitch actually got a nose on hers, on her picture, and then let's see, McGhost didn't glow in the dark anymore, but he had hands drawn on the thing, and the biggest change they had was in the lids. They were all cookie cutters inside on top of the lids, which was a cool feature, something cool. So, cookie cutter lids.
Interesting.
All right, here we go. We're back to Tiny Toons from October 30th to November 26th.
Wacky Racers.
These
These
are
are a little different.
Wacky Rollers, is what these are.
Oh yeah.
So they all had a little bubble feature on them that had something inside of it that kind of. You ever seen one of those little kid toys you push, then it pops the little balls up inside the little bubble as they push it across? That's kind of what these are. So you had. Let me look. So you had Go-Go Dodo, Babs Bunny, Elmira, Buster Bunny, Plucky Duck, Sweetie, Dizzy Devil, and Montana Max. The Buster, he has like a basketball goal and it pops little balls tries to get it into the goal. What's his name? Dodo, Go-Go Dodo. He's got little dodos inside of his. It's like a tricycle with a big wheel in front, and he's got little dodos inside that flop around. Babs has in front of hers, it was like pancakes or something that spin around. Maybe they're records. That spins around in front of her. Montana Max has like a clear cash register with little coins that flops around inside there. Elmira has some kind of little critter, I bet, spins around inside hers.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see. It's a small picture, but he had Sweetie. She's got the Looney Tune version of Sylvester the cat is on top of. She's like on a steamroller, and Sylvester the cat is flat on her wheel.
What's the Tiny Toon Sylvester?
I can't remember his name. Then you had Taz. He's like got a grill or something, I think. That's what it looks like, a grill. And
Dizzy,
it has little. Oh, Dizzy, sorry.
Yeah.
Dizzy Devil. It's got little stuff that flops around in there. And then you have what's his name? Plucky Duck has somebody riding around in the back of his with the big wheel.
It's the pig.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
I can't remember all their names now.
Yeah, I can't remember all their names.
And let's see. All right, now we're to Christmas. We're at the end of 92. You have Cabbage Patch Kids and Tonka. So you have boys and girls choices. So Cabbage Patch Kids, you have Allie Marie, Tiny Dancer, Lindsay Elizabeth, which is you have Allie Marie, who's a tiny dancer, Lindsay Elizabeth, who's a holiday dreamer, Jennifer Lauren, who's fun on ice, Jessica Wallace, holiday pageant, Mimi Christina, all dressed up. And then you have Anne Louise with ribbons and bows. And you have the Tonka trucks. You have a dump truck, a fire truck, a backhoe, a loader, a cement truck, and the under 3 group has a dump truck as well. So that's a rundown on the Cabbage Patch Kids and Tonka vehicles. So, all right. So that's the end of 92. Let me bring up my 93 notes.
Hopefully 93 is a better.
Yeah, I think they get better. They're getting a little better. Let me bring up my 93 notes. No, it's 94. Bear with me just a second.
It's definitely those like 90 2 was saved by the fact that they did Tiny Toons at the end there. And they had a good start. And they did the Batman toys in there. But like that was a rough year.
Yeah.
91 and 92 kind of rough.
Yeah, a lot of it, like I said, is regional stuff. And once they get out of the regional stuff, they get done with that. Everything's national. It gets
much
better.
much better.
Yeah. So let me bring this up. And 93. And we should be getting it there. Okay. So 93 from January 8th to February 4th of 93, you have the M Squad. And these are actually just little secret agent type toys. You had a spy tracker, a spy recorder, a spy stamper, and spy binoculars.
This definitely belongs in our episode 7.
Yeah, be our spy 007 spy stuff. So, but you had all different kinds of little everyday gadgets that turned into some kind of spy gadget. All right, so February 5th to March 4th, you had Dino Motion Dinosaurs.
Okay.
Do you ever remember this? Yeah. I'm the Baby type dinosaurs TV show. So you had, so these are just characters from that TV show. And again, you had the little air button that you'd press on it. It would make them move. So not really too exciting on these. But you had Baby. Then you had Grandma. You had Robbie. You had Earl, who was the dad. You had Fran, who was the mom. And then you had Charlene. So Robbie's the brother and Charlene's the sister. So, and again, all you do is just press that little thing and it makes them move around with the air pressing through them. So nothing too exciting.
Interesting.
Then you have Food Fundamentals from March 5th to April 8th. These kind of teach you different kind of food groups. So you had Ruby, which was an apple. You had Slugger, who was a steak. You had Milky, who was a little carton of milk. And you had Otis, which was a piece of bread. It's really all it is. It just teaches you some food groups is what that is. So
These were fun.
Yeah.
Kind of like the interchange or the changeables a little bit.
Kind of. All right,
More
so now
cars,
we're back.
more racers.
Now we got Looney Tunes. This one's kind of fun. The Looney Tunes Quack Up Cars. You had Taz, the Tornado Tracker, Daffy, the Splitting Sportster, Bugs, the Super Stretch Limo, and then you have Porky, Ghost Catcher. So what these were was you'd roll these and they would crash and do different things. So Bugs Bunny's limo, when you ran it into something, it would shrink. Taz, when you ran into something, the front bumper hit something, it would spin Taz around in circles. Porky, when you hit his, he would have a ghost pop up in the back of his car. And then Daffy, when he hit something, it would just split in half. It would just fold open and he's sitting there in the middle. So those were kind of fun.
We had a few of those.
Yeah. So Out for Fun, it were on May 7th to June 10th. Another little summertime promotion they had. You had a balloon ball, a bubble shoe wand, which is a bubble maker. You had a sand pail, and then you had sunglasses. So we had 1 million of these pails too.
So many.
Usually that's what instead of getting a Happy Meal box, you would get your Happy Meal inside the pail. Yeah, you would get the pail. And then the shoe bubble wand, it's just you put your soapy water inside the shoe shaped thing, and then your wand would go in it, and you just blow bubbles with it. So, and then the ball, it's like a beach ball. It has a little scene inside of it that has Ronald McDonald floating through the clouds in a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
So that's that. All right. So from June 11th to July 8th, 93, you had Nickelodeon's game gadgets. So you had a blimp game. Not sure how you play these games, but there's a blimp game. There's a Gotcha Gusher Squirter. So you squirt water with it. It looks like a little trumpet at the end of it. I bet it makes noise too. Then you
It's
had
probably a
loudmouth.
kazoo.
Probably, yeah, kazoo, yeah. Then you had loudmouth mic, which was a little microphone thing that looks like it had slime coming off the top of it.
I remember
And
that
you-
one.
And then you had applause pause,
I remember
which
that one.
is like a little handle with the trigger on it. When you pull it, it has little hands in front. And I guess they just clap.
Yep. They
While
just
you're-
clap.
Yeah, just clap for people. So, yeah, kind of silly things, Nickelodeon stuff. So, that's always fun. All right. So, July 9th to August 5th, 93, you had Walt Disney Classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You had The Prince with his horse. There's actually two different versions of that one. There was a green base one, and there's one that didn't come with the base. So then you had Snow White with the Wishing Well. You had a Happy and Grumpy. And then you had Doc, and there was a Dopey and Sneezy. There was a Sleepy, and then the Double Trouble Queen / Witch. So, and then there was a Bashful one. So if you look at these, they all had different kind of features. You had Snow White; she had her wishing well. Prince Charming rode a horse. Then you had Happy and Grumpy. They're on like a little rail car with a little pump that moves it back and forth. When you pump it up and down, it moves it down the railroad track. Sleepy. I think Sleepy's in the little cart with diamonds in it, and he rolls.
Or is that one Bashful?
No, Bashful's the one up front. He's the one that's got little wheels under it, and he just rolls around standing there. Then you have Doc, and he rolls with he's got a little wheelbarrow thing with diamonds in it. And then you have Dopey and Sneezy stacked on top of each other, wearing the little coat. You know how they dress up in they stand on top of each other and they dress up in the coat in the movie. So that's what they are, and they kind of spin around in circles. So, the witch, the Queen Witch, right here in the picture, it shows the Queen. Well, if the dress snaps on the skirt that she's wearing, you unsnap it, turn her upside down, and snap it back on there. You got the witch. So it's something pretty cool. I didn't have a picture of the witch of the two different ones, but that's it. All right, so let's see where we're at. August 6th to September 2nd, 93, you had Barbie with Hair You Can Style and Hot Wheels Racing Series. So these all had, unlike the last Barbies that were out, these actually have real hair, or not real hair, but the hair that you can actually comb and do stuff with. And then you have the Hot Wheels, the racers. They're all race cars.
They look actually logoed for McDonald's.
Yeah, you have actual, yeah. And then you have a Duracell one. You have a Quaker State. But then you have three different ones. You have the Dragster, and there's another funny car, a Dragster, and a stock car with the McDonald logos on it. So
Cool.
all right, from September 10th to October 7th, you had Field Trip. This is one that's not too exciting either.
I mean, I guess they got to keep trying this, but come on, man.
One of the toys on this is an Explorer bag. It's just a bag. So,
It's the bag that you probably get your Happy Meal in.
probably
also.
got your Happy Meal
So
in
it's
it, yes.
probably greasy on the inside.
Probably, yeah. Then you had a magnifier, which is probably the best one is the magnifier because you can actually put it on something. It magnifies what you're looking at. There's a kaleidoscope where you put something inside it, and when you're looking at it through the kaleidoscope part, it does a little kaleidoscope looking stuff inside there. And then there was a leaf printer where you would put a leaf in there and put a piece of paper, and then you can rub your crayon across it. It would kind of put the print of what the leaf looks like on top, kind of sketch it, whatever, rub it, whatever you call it. So that's that. And we're back to Halloween. So Halloween McNugget Buddies came out this year from October 8th to October 28th. So there wasn't any pails or anything out this year, but it was more McNugget Buddies.
These were fun.
So you had the Pumpkin McNugget, the Monster McNugget, the Mummy McNugget, McNugula and McNugget, Witchy McNugget, and McBoo McNugget. What you got? So those are always fun. The McNuggets were always fun. All right, here's another Batman the Animated Series toys that came out from October 29th to November 25th. So you had Catwoman and Leopard. So you got a leopard.
Yep.
Oh, I see it. Yeah,
She's
gold
right in the
leopard.
middle.
I see it. Yeah. Then you had Robin, who's in a little.
He's on his
motorcycle
Robin
looking thing.
motorcycle.
Yeah. What was that again, Andrew? Robin
Robin McCycle.
Robin Mitzvah.
Then you had Batman with a removable cape. You had Poison Ivy in a vehicle. Then you had Batgirl. Then you had Two-Face in a vehicle. The Riddler. Then you had the Joker in a vehicle. And the under 3 toy was Batman, which was the same as there, but his cape didn't come off. So his cape was permanent on that one. So
I had a lot of those.
yeah, those are pretty cool.
That Two-Face was probably my favorite.
And the little,
I don't know why. It's a little car. Just
little
like,
car. Yeah. So yeah, those are cool pieces. All right, so to the holidays, you had Mattel Totally Toy Holiday from December 10th to January 6th of 94. So you had 10 different.
Get rid of.
Yeah, you had 10 different things from Mattel.
What is that thing?
There's a little Polly Pocket thing, John.
Yeah,
And there's a Mighty
There's a
Max.
Mighty Max.
Yeah, so let's run down these real quick.
Yeah, I want to know
you
what
had-
number 1 is. I think Scary.
Magic Nursery. Is it a boy or girl? So there's 2 versions of this. So
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how it works, but when you reveal it, it's either a boy or a girl.
That didn't age well.
No. And then you had Hot Wheels Attack Pack, which was kind of it was a series that Mattel had back then. They were kind of like creature-looking vehicles. This one looks like a shark on that one.
It's Blue Shark.
Yeah, it says Blue Shark on there. Then you had Polly Pocket, Sally Secrets. She comes with stickers, and there's 2 different versions: a Caucasian and an African American version. Then you had Hot Wheels Key Force Truck, which you turn the key and the doors would pop open. It looks more like a some kind of space machine, space vehicle than truck. Then you had Hot Wheels Tattoo Machines. This is actually a 57 Chevy that had had an alligator design on it. This actually came out in the regular series as well, but they had it had a metal base and different wheels on it, but the body itself is the same. In the Tattoo series, Hot Wheels series. It comes with temporary tattoos. The car was re-released with the blue ramp in 1995. So, okay. So the next one there's a Mighty Max, and then there's Little Miss Candy Stripes. Comes with the snap-on red dress, so the dress pops on and off. Then you had a Hot Wheels Key Force car, which looks kind of like a DeLorean type looking car. When you turn the key, the wheels, the doors pop open. There's 2 variations of that. There's a white windows and a black window variation on that. So, yeah. I don't think I said number 7, did I? 7 was.
I don't see a 7.
Oh, it's up here.
From 6.
It's up here at the top. It's a Barbie Snow Dome. It was recalled before it was released.
People were probably breaking it and drinking the snow.
Probably so.
It was
All
probably
right, so-
cocaine.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, that's that's in 94 or 93.
93.
wasn't it?
We got one
93.
more
Okay,
year.
so we got one more year left, and then we tied up. Let's see. So give me just a second, and I will get 94. So highlight to that, Andrew, John. What do y'all think from 93?
The Batmans for me. There's some better stuff in that one, but the Batman's really on that one. I remember having a lot of those. So the chicken nugget Halloween's the McNugget friends. Those were fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a change from doing the pails and stuff so. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. I like when they do something different like that. Yeah. So, all right. So we're on 94. All right. So 1994, from January 7th to February 3rd, you had Making Movies. It actually has a movie camera. You had a director's megaphone. You had a clapboard with chalk, so you'd write what scene you had on there and just clap it down. And then there was a sound effects machine, which actually made little sound effects. So nothing exciting.
It's an interesting one. Nothing exciting, but interesting.
Yeah.
Let's get
all right. Sonic. So February 4th to March 3rd, you had Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which was video games. You had
Knuckles. Tails.
You had I don't
Sonic.
know who's who. Yeah, you had Sonic.
Okay, Tails is the helicopter one.
Okay.
That you hit the deal again. That's got the air deal. You push it down, he takes off flying and has a little propeller with him.
It's got a pull string on it, so it actually
is it
pulls.
a pull string? Oh,
yeah.
Spins it up and makes them fly out.
Yeah.
Or Knuckles is number 4 there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he does, but I'm sure you roll him around and he goes
video. Yeah, probably. He's got a little wind up thing and he runs around. Yeah.
Then you have, what's the doctor's name? Whatever.
Egghead.
Yeah. So he's that one and his little.
Yeah, he winds. He's got a little wind up, and he
Dr.
would.
Eggman, not Egghead. Eggman.
But he's in his little pod that he's always in, and then you have Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic just shoots out straight. You just press this button and he takes off. The bad guy, what's his name? He's just a wind-up toy. You wind it up, and he does when he comes to the edge of something. He will turn around and go the other direction. Like I said, this guy, it was his Knuckles. He just spins around in his little cloud, and Tails flies up. And actually, Tails got recalled too before they actually put him out. So we never saw Tails.
Of course.
They were shooting them at each other. I think we did that with a few of those. Hey, let's see how hard we can make this spin and make it go straight at the other person.
Yeah.
And you're only sitting a foot away.
All right. Here's another one that's kind of fun. You had Bobby's World. It's Bobby's World. From March 4th to March 31st. You had 4 different toys. And he's in a wheelbarrow or a little wagon. There's one, I don't know what he's doing there. There's one on his tricycle and one on his floaty thing. And what they have is little like cars and spaceships that go over those normal everyday vehicles. And he pretends he's in a spaceship or he's in a race car or he's in a submarine type thing that pops. So it's like 2 toys in one. You just snap it on his regular, and he's pretending he's doing something else.
That was a great show.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. I enjoyed watching it. All right, now April 8th to May 5th, we're at Earth Days. You had a tool carrier with shovel. You had another bird feeder. You had a globe terrarium. And then you had Earth binoculars. The weird thing about the binoculars is when you fold them up, it looks like a globe, and you unfold them and use them as binoculars. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Again, I do remember the terrariums. We had a couple.
We had a few of those.
Yeah. All right, here's some fun ones. You had Animaniacs from May 6th to June 2nd. So you had Good Skate, Good Feathers, which was number 1. Those are the pigeons. You had Upside Down Wacko on a tricycle.
Number 2.
Number 2. Number 3 is Slappy and Skippy's Chopper. So those are the squirrels on like a motorcycle with a sidecar. Number 4, you had Dot's Ice Cream Wagon. And then number 5, you had Pinky and the Brain Mobile, which looks like a big tricycle with a big wheel with Pinky inside the wheel, Brain sitting on top. You had Yakko riding Ralph,
the security guard.
Yeah, Ralph's the security guard, and Yakko's on top of him riding around. Then you had Mindy and Buttons Wild Ride, and you had Bicycle Built for Trio, which was also the under 3 toy. So you had a tricycle, had Wacko, Yakko, and Dot. So that was a fun show.
Yes.
Flintstones from June 3rd to July 7th. This one has like a little building, and then it comes with a car vehicle with a Flintstone character in it. So you had number 1 was Fred with Bedrock Bowl-O-Rama. Number 2 was Betty and Bam Bam and Rock Donald's. So they had to get McDonald's in there. Rock Donald's. Then you had Pebbles and Dino and Toy Isaurus.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is like a Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
From Bedrock. Then you had number 4, which was Wilma, and then the Flintstones house. And then you had number 5 with Barney and the Fossil Fill-Up, which is a gas station. So,
I remember a bunch of these too.
Yeah, I don't remember. Are these for the movie? Did the movie come out that year?
Probably.
I don't remember what year. I don't remember what year the Flintstone movie came out. So yeah. So it looks 94. Like them and not the cartoon version.
Yeah.
Of them. Okay. All right. So from July 8th to August 4th of 94, you had Mickey and Friends from Epcot Adventure. These are kind of little cool Disney figures. They're all from different parts of the world. Just tying in with Epcot, you had Goofy, looks like a Viking. Daisy Duck looks like she's from Switzerland or something like that, I guess. I don't know. Pluto is from France.
She looks like
Mickey
a beer
Mouse. Yeah. And then Mickey's from England, I would think. And then Minnie is from Japan. She's a little geisha. I know the picture doesn't show it. I saw another picture. She had the little wooden shoes.
Geisha?
Yeah, geisha. I say geisha.
Yeah,
she's a geisha from Japan. Chip and Dale. So Chip is from China. Dale looks like he's from the Middle East. And then
Agrabah.
Yeah, and then Donald is from Mexico.
Oh, okay. I was like, I couldn't tell what his hat was because it kind of blends in with that picture.
It blends in with the background, but it's a sombrero. Yeah. So
okay.
Those are some cool. I like those figures there.
Yeah.
And then from August 5th to September 2nd, 94, you had Barbie and Friends and World
Another
of Hot Wheels again. Yeah. So
if it was Hot Wheels, you got Barbie.
Yeah. These Hot Wheels are the cheaper looking. You know, they're not like the normal Hot Wheels you find at the stores. These are starting to look like little cheap plastic knockoff Hot Wheels. What these are. So real quick.
You have a Ken in there.
Yeah. So let me try. So your Barbies. You had bicycling Barbie figurine, Jewel and Glitter, Shani figurine, Camp Barbie figurine, Camp Teresa figurine, Locket Surprise Barbie figurine, Locket Surprise Ken figurine, Jewel and Glitter Bride Barbie figurine, Bridesmaid Skipper figurine, and then the Hot Wheels, you had Bold Eagle, Black Cat, Flame Rider, Gas Hog, Turbine 4.2, Too Cool, Street Shocker, X2-1J Cruiser, and then there was Under 3, which was a Fast Forward, which was another one of those mini streaks we saw in the last one. And then the Under 3 Barbie was a Barbie ball, which is not pictured. But yeah, so there's a little bit of everything in those groups. All right, so moving on along to September 9th, October 6th. So we're getting into school time, and we have the Magic School Bus.
Yes. This is a fun one. This is kind of boring, but it's still fun because it's
I was going to say the cartoons were fun.
Yeah,
but this looks
like
a little on the boring side.
Yeah.
Well, it's more learning. You know, it has to do with school. School starting in September. So you had a collector card kit, which had 10 cards and a sticker sheet, and it had a little case that carried it in. And I think the cards had a little facts and stuff like that.
Of course.
You had a Space Tracer, which was a ruler with some other little things that you can like draw an M, a Saturn, a little circle, some kind of little space fish looking thing on top. It has the solar system on there, so you kind of learn your solar system, and just little bitty things. You can draw the Little Dipper or Big Dipper, whatever you want, with the little dots. You can trace it out on that, so that's something. And then you have Undersea Adventure Game, which is a little. It's got a little metal BB in there, and you kind of roll it down a little maze to get to the end. And it has a little undersea background picture on it. So, and then you had Geo Fossil Finder, which was some kind of little drawing templates, and you stack them all up, and it looks like a volcano. And it came with a little pencil with it too. So, not too exciting on that. All right, so we're back to Halloween, and we have the
pails.
Have our pails back, and they're a little bit different, but they do have cookie cutters like the last ones. So these were out October 7th, October 27th. They had cookie cutter lids. Like I said, there wasn't any pails in 93, but they returned for 94. There was an attempt to modernize them with more frenetic designs. The ghost pail had a whole scene on it. The witch was purple, and the pumpkin has a strangely drunken look. Look at it.
He's drunk. Yeah. That checks out.
You go to McDonald's to get drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that's the pumpkin did.
This is the pumpkin juice, I guess, getting them drunk. All right, so Ronald McDonald presents Happy Birthday Happy Meal from October 28th to December 1st of 94. They had 15 toys, and we actually have a couple of these toys. I'll have to get pictures taken out, and we'll show. Yeah, so there was. So you could connect all these together and make a big train.
It's like a train, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a train that you pull, and when they roll, each thing has a different feature. So
yeah, let's talk about 3 real quick. So 3 is a Hot Wheels that it goes in a loop, like a
the little Hot Wheels, hamster wheel. Orange track loop, and the car actually spins around the loop. Number 4. Well, let's go back to number 1. You had Ronald McDonald in a Happy Meal. He's hanging out of it in a Happy Meal box, just waving. I don't know what his feature really is. The Barbie, she spins. That's number 2. When it rolls, she spins around. She's like a ballerina. Number 3 is the Hot Wheel one. Number 4 is E.T. And
I assume he's in a spaceship. That's what that looks like.
Yeah, it's a little spaceship. And I can't remember if he bobs up and down, or I think he bobs up and down. I have to go look because Rainy's got it. With
she's got that one.
Speaking of happy birthday, E.T. just turned 40 a couple days ago.
Of course.
Yeah. 40 years ago.
Already looked old.
Yeah. He's a little wrinkly. All right. Then the number 5 was Sonic the Hedgehog on a little TV. So I think his little screen, it moves, it spins. Number 10 is Ariel and Flounder from the Little Mermaid. They spin around in circles. Number 9 is 101 Dalmatians. It's like a little present box with 2 Dalmatians on top. And I think the lid opens up and down. Number 8 is a Cabbage Patch doll sitting on a rocking horse, and the rocking horse rocks back and forth. Number 7 is a Tonka dump truck. And as it rolls, I think the dump comes open, ups and down. Number 6 is the Berenstain Bears, the 2 kids sitting on a teeter-totter.
I'm going to guess they teeter-totter.
Yeah. Let's see. I got that backwards, but anyway. Number 11 is the Muppet Babies, and they're on it's Kermit and Miss Piggy, or Baby Piggy. And they're on a record player, and they spin around as it rolls. Number 12 is Snoopy playing that little musical instrument from the circus again, whatever it's called, the big piano thing. Number 13 is Tiny Toons, and they're is it Babs, whatever her name is? She's putting a candle on top of the cake that Buster Bunny is holding. Number 14 is Looney Tunes. It's got Bugs Bunny playing. He's got cymbals in his hands. And number 15 is a little trailer that has, I guess, Happy Meal things in it. It had a little hamburger, a little fries, and a little milkshake riding on it. So that's that. All right, last thing of the day is Cabbage Patch Kids and Tonka came out on December 2nd, 1994 to December 29th, 1994. You had 8 toys. You had 4 of them were Cabbage Patch Kids and 4 were Tonka vehicles. And that is it for 1994.
I was trying to find out what the name of the moving organ thing is called.
It's called a Calliope, Calliope.
There you go.
Somebody tell me how to pronounce that.
Let's see. Oh, it's a Calliope.
Calliope.
Calliope, yeah.
That's what it's called.
Calliope. Okay.
Okay, so typically once we talk about the toy lines, we rank these.
How bad my spell.
But we don't rank the McDonald's toy lines. They're all pretty much really good, and then there's the crappy ones that they add in. But we do have a message from Larry. What do you guys think this is going to say? Because we know that he had some of these.
Oh yeah. I'm actually had
obviously. So let's see what Larry has to say.
See what he has. He got had. Yeah.
Hey, it's Larry from the STS guys. Okay, this is a fun one. Happy Meal toys, early 90s. My God, yes. I had a ton of these. I'm sure you guys have already talked about some of the classic ones, but I found a list. Batman Returns. Those were super cool. I remember the Catwoman, the Penguin. Those Disney masterpiece ones with the little VHS looking box. Those were super classic. Tiny Toons flip cars, totally had those. McDino changeables. I mean, like some of the early 90s, it was probably the best time for Happy Meal toys. And apparently I ate McDonald's way too much in the early 90s. Thanks, Mom.
We all did, Larry. I think we all did. We all ate just a bit more than we probably should have.
Yep.
That's why we've aged so much better than our parents. Let's just say that. All right, what do we want to add? What do we want to wrap up with? Because we do need to wrap this one. What do we need to wrap up with? What do you guys think about these years? These are some of the golden years, I think.
Yeah. I know the ones he's mentioned, the ones the Disney classics that come inside the little cassette little things. Those are actually coming the next group from 95.
Is there 95? Yeah. So
this is one of the lists I looked at had them mentioned for these too. So it's kind of.
It was probably a regional thing that there's
Right.
some things that they would put out early just to test it in certain markets, and then you would see it nationally.
Yeah.
but like I said, up till 92, they had regional things just for certain regions. And like we said, we mentioned a lot of that during the 80s as well. But after 92, halfway through 92, it was all national type stuff. Yeah. So,
well, yeah, this is like if you tack on a couple years in the 80s and then you go a little further into the 90s, I think that's like the golden years right there of McDonald's toys. I really feel sorry when I see some of the things that they get these days. Yeah,
and you could tell, the Hot Wheels stuff, when you saw the 80s releases and the 91 release as well. Once you get past that, they start doing some weird stuff, and they have they're more made in China, and they're plastic, and they start looking a little bit bigger than your normal Hot Wheel size, and it's just kind of you could tell that they're McDonald cars and not Hot Wheel cars like they were before.
They're not the same thing. So
yeah, the quality is different. Yeah.
Well, for all of our listeners, please let us know what your favorite lines that we've talked about. And then getting ready, we're probably going to pull in 95 to 99 here pretty soon. So let us know what your favorite ones out of those are before we talk about them, and then we will be sure to mention those. But yeah, this is episode 90. You guys, we're on episode 90.
Yep, episode 90. And
so close to that 3-digit episode that I've been getting ready for since episode 0. Like I knew it was coming, and I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get ready for it early.
No.
All right. Well, then I think we can wrap this one because it's going to be a long one.
Long one.
Thanks for listening. If you're still listening,
if you made it this far,
if you made it this far, thanks for listening or watching. And be sure to drop us a line over at our Twitter or Instagram. Just search Toy Rewind Pod or Toy Rewind Podcast. You'll find us. If it's a black logo that says Toy Rewind, that's us. But yeah, thanks for listening to episode 90. And on behalf of the Brothers Newland at the Toy Rewind Podcast, play on.
You've been listening to the Toy Rewind Podcast. Follow and join in the conversations at toyrewindpodcast.com.